So I had said if you've got a yoga block, that could be useful for this class. And there are some times when you might feel like you want it, or I always encourage you to use props anyway as part of your practice. If not, it isn't massively necessary with what we're going to be working on today anyway. Choose a comfortable seated position, be upright, and then close your eyes. With your eyes closed, start to deepen your breath and make that switch straight away into a very high quality of attention. Getting that audible whisper sound going to your breathing. So if you're newer and that's a new concept for you, engage the throat muscles the same way that you would when you are whispering, and apply that to every inhale and exhale throughout the class. It will be more audible on your exhalations, but that doesn't mean don't try to get it on your inhalations. As you breathe deeply, get a feel for how your body is feeling right now. Maybe there are areas that are giving you suggestions for how they might like to move, or you may get some ideas about what certain areas may require from you. This is good information. And for many of you, you have done this many, many times. So I encourage you to go into it with a fresh set of eyes, rather than thinking the usual is occurring. As always with this class, choose your options sensibly. And know that the onus is on you to make those choices. I'll present things, as is my job, but it is your role entirely to make good decisions for you based on what you're working with. Relax the arms down by your sides, take a deep breath in, bring your shoulders straight up. Exhale, squeeze them back, and then drag the shoulders down, squeezing them back the entire time, minimizing any movement forwards in the head. Inhale, spread into the shoulders. This time, exhale, squeeze middle part of shoulders back, squeeze a lot, drag shoulders down. Inhale, spread into the back, bring the palms so they face up. Exhale, squeeze shoulder blades and elbows towards each other, pull shoulders down. Inhale, relax the arms. Now from this place, inhale, reach the left arm out to the left, bring the right arm up and over. Exhale, wrap the right shoulder so the palm is facing the left side of the room and the floor. Inhale to lift up through your right side ribs. Exhale, draw that left shoulder blade down and lengthen both sides of the neck. Inhale, reach with the right arm to bring yourself up. Left arm is coming up. Exhale, wrap that left shoulder, leaning into the right side. Inhale, lift left ribs up. Exhale, wrap left shoulder blade towards the underarm and lengthen both sides of your neck. Anchor down through your left sit bone. Inhale, reach with the left arm, bring your torso up. Inhale, bring both arms up. Cactus arms. Exhale, bend the elbows, squeeze your shoulder blades back. Now in this position, actively draw the elbows back, take the back of the hands back. Inhale, reach the arms up, maintaining this drawn back position, palms facing forwards. Exhale, drag the arms downwards as if you're pulling down on something. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, drag the arms down, sliding the shoulder blades down. Now make tight fists with your hands. Squeeze shoulders back, squeeze hands back. Inhale, drive the arms up. Exhale, pull the arms down. Inhale, send the hands forward. Set your fingertips onto the floor, fingers pointing towards your shins. If it's tricky to do this cross-legged, shift to kneeling. Actively spread the hands and send the base of your fingers towards the ground, but they're not down yet. Inhale, lift chest, soften the elbows. Exhale, press the base of the fingers downwards, perhaps starting to reach down through the heel of the hand. Inhale, peel the hands up from the floor. Bring the hands together and make a tight clasp and bring the elbows together. Begin to make circles and sort of figure of 8 loops with your hands as if you were wielding a very tiny samurai sword to give yourself a quarantine haircut. So you're getting the wrists warming up, the forearm bones warming up. All right, come on to all fours. From all fours, turning the hands outwards so the fingers point back. Bend the elbows a little so you're not in a hyperextended, locked out position. Inhale, lift the skull, lift the sit bones. Now, especially if this is your first practice of the day, these movements might feel a little bit sluggish. Exhale, tuck tailbone down, round to the back and push into your hands without locking the elbows. Inhale, lift the skull, lift the sit bones. Exhale, tuck tailbone round into the back. Inhale, scoop the chest forwards, lift skull, lift sit bones. Exhale, round into the back. Inhale, come into a neutral spine. Turn the hands outwards, so middle fingers are pointing outwards, and begin to shift the weight side to side. Grip the floor with your fingertips and maintain a steady breath. So this is really like an inhale here, exhale here aspect to this. Simply shifting the weight, warming up your wrist bones a little bit. Now as you do this, lift between your shoulder blades and get this glide from side to side. So feeling for the difference when you are in a protracted position with the head slightly lifted. Then squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other as you go side to side. Then begin to navigate lifting up and around, so making circles with the rib cage. Maybe even implementing a bending of the elbows, then reverse it. So simply prying open some of the places around the shoulders and the upper back. Pelvis can get in on this too, so you start making this sort of like disco cat, so the pelvis goes one way, head goes the other way. And then reverse that. All right, then pause. Shift towards a cross-legged position. So maybe you're crossing the ankles and rolling back or sweeping the legs around. You're coming down onto your back for a series of laying down spinal twists. I'm going to face this way just so that it's near the camera and I don't get blinded by the sun. So come on down onto your back. Take your arms straight out to the side. Take a deep breath in. Using your abdominal muscles, exhale, squeeze your legs in closer to your chest. So you're not using momentum, that's not quite the same thing. So drawing the legs in, deep breath in. Laying down spinal twist. Exhale, send both knees over to the left. Knees are up close to your underarms as the legs go over to the side. Roll the right ribs to the right. The left hand can support the legs, or you can use it to effect a back traction if your low back is sensitive, using the hand to push where the thigh meets the pelvis. So especially when it's morning practice for me, I like to do a bit of tuck tailbone and tilt pelvis, just to create a bit of movement and articulation around the hips and warm up the hip joints, especially before we start bearing weight. All right, now bring both our arms back out to the side. Inhale, lift the right leg back and then the left. Exhale, send knees over to the right. The higher up the knees, the more we're going to start moving into the domain of the mid and upper back. Once there, the right arm can provide some additional weight or do a back traction. Right hand where the thigh meets the pelvis. Bring in a really steady Ujjayi breath. Perhaps doing tuck tailbone and tilt pelvis, so those articulations of pelvis. And I had somebody ask me, like, what does tuck tailbone mean? So you're moving between anterior and posterior tilt the pelvis, like scoop under and push out. If that helps, it may even be just more complicated language. All right, now inhale, bring the arms back out to the side, bring the knees to center. From here, second twist, cross your right thigh over the left and endeavor to move the feet closer to each other. So we're implementing a bit of an inward rotation. Exhale, send both legs over to the left. Now if your right shoulder's up, don't panic. Reach over to the right without jamming your shoulder down. For additional twist, if you reach your left arm straight up and over to the right, you can begin to implement a little bit more twist into the mid-back, that very stiff region of back. So long as you don't have shoulder issues, if the right hand holds the left wrist and you pull, you can start to create a little bit of extra freeing up around the left shoulder blade. Create the movements of the pose with deep breathing. So that's enough movement. That's abdominal movement, ribs moving. Inhale, bring the arms back out to the side. Unravel the legs first. Bring the right leg back and then the left. Exhale, cross left thigh over right. Instead of leaving the feet kind of out to the side, move them towards each other. Then allow the legs to come over to the right. So if that left shoulder comes up, don't worry about forcing it down. Most people just sort of squeeze the shoulder, which can feel really weird. Think about the rib cage itself rolling to the side. Perhaps if you want to go a wee bit deeper, right arm comes up and reaches over to left, maybe drawing on the wrist. If you've got dislocating arms, this would be a terrible, terrible idea. Knowing men on is dislocating, regardless of gender. Alright, bring the arms back out to the side. Unravel the legs first. Inhale, bring the left leg back and then the right leg. These little lanterns seem like a really good idea to make it seem like yogic and zen. I kick them every single class. Alright, now from here, send your right leg straight up towards the ceiling. Put your left foot flat to the floor. So simple instruction, left foot is down, right leg is up. Exhale, twist, take your right leg over. So you're seeing if you can catch it with your left hand and hold it off the floor, alternatively holding onto the calf or the ankle. Your right hand is reaching down to see if you can catch that foot. So you're working ninja twist. So one leg is in heel to butt, the other leg is over, a very similar sensation to twisting triangle. Stay attentive. There's a tendency towards an internally rotated leg where the foot points down. Point the foot towards the side of the room and draw your right hip closer to the front of the mat. So we begin to enter into the murky depths of IT band areas. I always feel like this is a good one in the morning. Alright, now inhale, unravel the legs, bring them back through center. Right foot is going down, left leg is going up. Exhale, twist over to the right. Right hand holds the left foot, taking care that the thigh isn't starting to pitch inwards. Left hand comes down to hold onto that right foot, working into that heel to butt. So obviously, if you've got the left leg and the right leg isn't happening, don't worry about that. You can still let go of that right leg. Alright, now inhale, bring all of that back through center. Bring your knees up so your knees are above your hips. Reach the hands straight up towards the ceiling and then curl the head and shoulders up. Now you can do this with hands supporting behind the head and neck if your neck feels sensitive, or to see if this is something that you can navigate. Inhale, reach the left leg long, but the right arm back. So you've got a little bit of like a contralateral movement going on. Lift the head and shoulders up. Exhale, bring everything back through center. Inhale, reach right leg, left arm. Exhale, bring this back. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale, draw it back. Now you're not trying to press your lower back down, but your aim is to feel that there's a bit of a lumbar curve. Pelvis is down, ribs are down, shoulders are up. Inhale, reach left arm, right leg. Exhale, bring that back. Feet active. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale, bring it back. Pause. Now, that might feel like it's a good level for you. If you feel like you can go further, you're doing both simultaneously. Inhale, reach both arms, both legs. Exhale, bring it back. Head and shoulders up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bring it back. Now, obviously, if you're doing this with neck support, you're doing just the legs. Inhale, send the legs out. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring it together. Inhale, open. Exhale, bring it back. Set the feet down, aiming that the heels are directly underneath the knees for bridge. Draw your shoulders down away from your ears, palms face up. Take a huge breath, especially after the abdominal work. Exhale, press into the feet, tuck tailbone, lift pelvis. And bridge, take a little bit of movement side to side with the pelvis. So getting a feel for the lower back, but also feeling that as you do this glide, different muscles around your hips start to fire up, but also providing a little bit of warm up for the knee joints. Inhale, press into the inner arches of the feet, toes lifting and spreading. Exhale, relax the shoulders, perhaps even draping the shoulders up and over towards the back of the mat. So that might feel like a better position. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower through your shoulders, mid back, low back, and then set pelvis down. Roll onto your left hand side, bring yourself up, and find a way to all fours. Now, repeating that same contralateral activation, send your right leg back, point the right toes down, lift between the shoulders. Oh, hey, this all feels familiar. Left arm reaches forwards. So working stability. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring elbow and knee towards each other. Inhale, open. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, open out. Exhale, squeeze the elbow to knee. Inhale, open. Now pause. Take the left hand down at its maximum reach and set the left elbow down. Roll the right hip open and lift the leg, so you're using the upper outer buttock muscles. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring the right knee to touch the upper right arm. Inhale, lift. Drive out through that heel. Exhale, knee to arm. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to arm. Inhale, lift. Now the next movement is all hip. So your leg is going to stay straight, but it's going to get to the same location. Exhale, bring that straight leg around to touch the right upper arm. Inhale, bring it up. So maybe it doesn't quite touch, maybe it gets like a 90-degree hinge. Exhale, bring that foot around. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring that foot around. Inhale, lift. Now bend the leg in the air. Roll the hip open and then press your hips back. So using this just to bring a little bit of relief into the hips. Let the neck relax a little bit more. Inhale, bring yourself back forwards, put the right knee down, come up from there. Inhale, lift up through the skull, lift up through sit bones, so returning to those cat arches. Exhale, tuck tailbone round into the back. So explore, maybe it feels different after all the mobilization work. Inhale, lift skull, lift sit bones. Exhale, tuck tailbone round into the back. Inhale, find your neutral spine. Send the left leg back, toes point down, right arm reaches forwards. Pause here, lift between the shoulder blades. So find that protracted shoulder blade position. Left toes are pointing straight down, legs straight. Deep breath in. Exhale, squeeze elbow to knee. Inhale, open up. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, open. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, open. Reach the right hand down in front of you. Set the hand down and then put the elbow down. So your right elbow is probably going to be in line with your left hand. Roll the hips open so it's more side on. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring the left knee towards your left upper arm. Inhale, lift that leg. Exhale, knee to arm. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze the knee to the arm. Inhale, lift. And going for that full leg action. Exhale, bring that leg around. So very strange action, so even getting it parallel to the floor is a good way to work this. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring that leg around. So you're flexing into your hip, reaching out through the heel. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring that leg around. Inhale, lift. Now bend that leg in the air, rolling the left hip open, and then press the hips back. Let the neck soften. Inhale, come forward, set your left knee down. Come down onto your elbows. So going for knees underneath your hips, elbows underneath your shoulders, and then clasp your hands. Inhale, lift between the shoulder blades. Exhale, tuck the toes and press the hips up and back into Dolphin. Inhale, lift up to tiptoes. See if you can get a little bit more tilt through pelvis. So you're sticking your butt out. Exhale, press the heels downwards. Inhale, lift to tiptoes. Exhale, press down through the heels. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press the heels down. Now set the knees down. Set your forearms so they are parallel to one another. So really clear on that parallel. Hands are active. Keeping the measurements as they are. Knees underneath hips, shoulders over the elbows. Inhale, lift between the shoulders. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the knees up. So usually with that measurement, we can do a fun thing here. Bend your knees super close to the floor, but not on the floor. Lift through your chest and upper back so you're looking forwards. You're going to push your legs straight and end up on the hands only. So you push and come forwards into Chaturanga. So go back. So hopefully that worked really well. On your inhale, push through your legs, move to the hands into the sort of lowered chaturanga position, and then lower down entirely. Prop up on your elbows. And instead of this being a collapsed place, bear down, lift up through your skull, roll the knee joints inwards, so you're working less in an outwardly rotated position, especially if that's what you tend to do, like your default movement. Deep breath in. Exhale, bend the left leg in, reach your left arm back, and work the heel in towards the butt. So maybe you're going for a thumb down grip. More flexible day, the hand is on the inside of the leg with the thumb pointing up, and turning the hand around so the elbow is going up, aiming to not crush your toes, more working on the top of the foot. So cuneiform, pointy bone. Use a slight pull with your right arm to help give you a lengthening forwards action. Alright, now inhale, release that left leg, set the left forearm down. Do a quick reset, lifting between the shoulders. Exhale, bend the right leg. Right arm is reaching back, so you can do the thumb down version, which will get you kind of engaging through your bicep to pull inwards. Or, hand stays on the foot, slides around to the instep, bending the elbow, but sending the elbow up. It is deceptive in its complexity. Actively tuck your tailbone down to make this a little bit more active. And square your ribs forwards. So we've done like a whole host of things so far. Quadriceps, hips, shoulders, loads of twists. What a day, what a day. All right, inhale, release that leg. Bring the hands under your shoulders. Now, this is a cue that is given a lot in forest yoga classes and then told to go to down dog. I prefer hands under elbows. So slide your hands further back. This is a good place to be. Now, are your shoulders pitched forwards? Instead, bring your shoulder blades up, roll the shoulders back so your upper arms are parallel to the floor, arms are at 90 degrees, and you can check this on yourself. Now, your challenge is to either go to tabletop and to downward facing dog, or lift the knees, push into your hands, lift the pelvis, so you're in this really stable position, press up, then do downward facing dog. So it gives you a very different appreciation of chaturanga and all of its brethren. Inhale, lift the left leg, left toes point straight down. Exhale, bring your left knee to touch your left upper arm, looking forwards, so you're not dropping into the upper back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, left knee to upper left arm. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to arm. Set the left foot inside the hands. Take the hands to the inside and lower the hips. And notice if only one hip has lowered. Lift up through your right thigh, but lower down through the left. Use a little bit of a lever on that right foot to help you scrub into your hips a bit more and scooping the chest forwards. So you want to be definitely a high point in the shoulders. Set the right knee down, aiming to still be level in the hips so you're not spinning the right buttock down, different deal. Wrist sensitive, I recommend that you kind of make a fist with that right hand. It's going to be the weight bearing point. Bend the left elbow. So I've been enjoying these for what they do for my mid-back. Deep breath in. Right arm stays straight, but not hyperextended. Exhale, reach your left elbow downwards. Inhale up. Exhale, reach the left elbow down. Maybe it touches down. Inhale up. Exhale, left elbow reaches down. Inhale up. Exhale, reach left elbow down. Inhale up. Take the hands down. Tuck the right toes. Already feel for lifting your butt high. Lift the left foot, step it back, press back into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, squeeze the right knee to your right upper arm, look forwards, whoever he is. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, right knee to upper arm. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right knee to upper arm. This time, set the foot down to the hands. Bring the hands to the inside. Use your left toes to begin that forward and back scrub. It's also building in some pliability through the feet. Those of you, if you know that you wear unruly footwear, aren't they all? Right, now set the left knee down. Take care that you haven't dropped left side down like lunge. Think about right side of pelvis coming down, tailbone tucks down, but chest lifts. Switch on deep breathing. So that dynamic range, left hand is down, bend the right elbow so your forearm is at 90 degrees. Exhale, reach the left elbow down. So it creates a bit of a twist. Inhale up. Exhale, reach the right elbow downwards. Inhale up. So the pelvis isn't moving. Exhale, reach right elbow down. Inhale up. Exhale, reach it down. Inhale up. Last one. Exhale, reach down. Inhale up. Now with the hands down, tuck the left toes. Get the knee lifted, but then lift the sacrum. So you want to be high up. Press into your hands. Step that foot back. Go straight to downward facing dog. Half salutation. Grip the floor with your fingertips. Inhale, move your shoulders to your wrists. Then use your feet. Push forward so your shoulders are in front of the wrists. Untuck your tailbone. Exhale, bend the elbows. Elbows above the wrist without dropping the shoulder heads down. Cobra. Inhale, set the feet down. Lift the chest. Draw shoulder blades back. If you're watching on a screen, make sure you complete the action through the head and neck. Downward facing dog. Exhale, either stepping or rolling over the toes. Look to your hands. Moving into halfway lift. For this first one, step the feet that way. So feet are coming forwards, hip distance apart. Get onto your fingertips, so it might mean your legs are bent. Inhale, scoop your chest forwards. Forward bend. Exhale, elbows are wrapping towards the back of the mat. Press down through your inner arches. Inhale, scoop chest forwards. Forward bend. Exhale. And this time, inhale, scoop the chest forwards. Stick your butt out. Bring your arms out to the side like little airplane wings. Bend your legs. Actively stick your butt out. So like a super curious little airplane. Inhale, push into your feet. Bring the arms up. Exhale, hands together at chest. So moving through Surya Namaskar A. Bring the weight towards your heels so you feel the thigh bones are sitting back. Inhale, bring the arms up. Forward bend. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale, lengthen the chest forwards. Chaturanga. Exhale, step, or you can hop back. Shoulders away from the ears as you lower down. Cobra. Inhale. If up dog feels comfortable, then lift the thighs. Make sure the skull is lifting. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Step or roll over the toes. Hips press high. Halfway lift. Inhale to step or hop. Feet to your hands. Scoop the chest forwards. Forward bend. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen the ribs all the way up, chest up. Exhale, hands together. Press your palms together, especially the index finger knuckles. Inhale, reach the arms up. Forward bend. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale, articulate your chest forwards. Chaturanga. Step or hop. If you're hopping, make it light and land on bent elbows. Cobra or upward facing dog. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale, neck relax. Have a look to your hands. Inhale, step or hop, feet to hands. So never spending too much time in down dog. Forward bend. Exhale. Inhale, scoop the arms out to the side, press into your feet. Exhale, hands together at chest. Now as you move into Surya Namaskar B, there isn't a set series, there's just lots of things that will happen. So stay attentive, make sure your brain's totally switched on. Bring your feet together. If you know that forward bend feels better for you with your feet apart, do that still in chair, feet hip distance, but just watch the tracking of your knees. I like feet together for chair. Chair. Inhale, bend the legs, sweep the arms forward, sitting the hips down. Forward bend. Exhale. Half lift. Inhale, lengthen your chest forwards. Chaturanga. Exhale, step or hop back, bend elbows. Cobra or up dog. Inhale, grip the floor with your fingers. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, step the left foot through between your hands. High lunge. Inhale, come up, sink into your left sit bone. Arms lifted. Deep breath in. Warrior two. Exhale, set the back foot down. Opening up, the front foot's orientation doesn't change, but bring the left thigh bone more parallel to the ground. Reverse warrior. So we're not doing this pure one breath to movement yet, but we will get there. Inhale, reach the left arm up and back. Now your next posture is called rainbow warrior or skandasana. I call it monkey press. So on your exhale, you're coming up, straightening the left leg, bending the right leg, flexing the left foot and sitting. So it might be that you're kind of here. It might be that you're down a lot more. It might be you're using your hands on the floor. It might be that you're taking the arms out to the side. So see what works. Obviously that depends on how this knee feels. Half moon is next. Launch off of this right foot onto the left foot. So you push, left hand goes down in front of there and lifting the foot up. When we start moving a breath to movement, isn't that going to be fun? Now you might find this is where a well-positioned block comes in handy. Alright, now the bit that nobody will thank me for, you will recall this. Exhale, bring your right leg forwards 90 degrees. So show me those feet. So now that your foot is there, catch it, bring it down alongside your left foot. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale, step or hop back, bend elbows. Cobra or up dog, inhale. Wouldn't that be fun? Down dog, exhale. Inhale, lift that right leg high. High lunge, exhale, right foot comes through. Inhale, come on up, tuck tailbone down. Warrior two, exhale, open out to the side, actively feeling for both thighs, rolling back. Reverse warrior, press into that right foot, lift up through the right side ribs. Rainbow warrior, inhale, bring the chest up, straighten the right leg, bend the left, so we're trading, and sink into the hips. So it might be hands, might be a well-positioned block, might be hands free. The chest is trying to stay as lifted as possible. Half moon, push off of your left leg, inhaling to scoop forwards. Left heel is reaching to the back of the mat. Maybe there's a well-positioned block. Then half moon with that sidecar. Exhale, hinge from the hip. Bring that leg forward so your aim is at a 90-degree angle. Catch it, bring it down. So alongside the right, look. Inhale, scoop chest forwards. Chaturanga. Exhale, step or hop back. Cobra or upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Okay, so we're going to move through the latter part of that. Inhale, lift the left leg. High lunge, exhale. Inhale, bring the arms up. Warrior two. Exhale, open out to the side. Reverse warrior, inhale, reach left arm up. Rainbow warrior, exhale, sit into that right leg. Half moon, inhale, transfer the weight onto that left leg. Exhale, bring that right leg forwards, catch it, bring it down. Half lift, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale, step or hop back. Cobra or up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, lift the right leg high. High lunge, exhale. Inhale, bring the arms up. Warrior two, exhale. Reverse warrior, inhale. Rainbow warrior, exhale, sit into the hips. Half moon, inhale, shift the weight onto that right foot, right hand. Exhale, left leg comes around, catch it, bring that foot down. Now we're going to change it, half lift, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale, step or hop back. Cobra or up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Now balance might already be a challenge. When you do the next one, it will be a greater challenge. If you fall over, use the ancient mantra, whoopsie doodle, and just get back onto it. Inhale, lift the left leg. High lunge, exhale. Inhale, bring the arms up. Warrior two, exhale. Reverse warrior, inhale. Rainbow warrior, exhale. Half moon, inhale, push off of that right foot. So you get that little launch pad. Exhale, bring the right foot around, catch it, but don't go anywhere. If you can hold the foot, great. Inhale, stand. So you're coming up into Utthita Padangusthasana to the side. Feel free to do this holding the knee. if holding the foot is tricky. So you're finding that balance. Half moon is next. Inhale, pivot around in your hips. So you still got a hold of that foot, left arm is reaching down, then let go of the leg, opening back up. Chaturanga. Set the hands down, step back, bend elbows. Good morning. Cobra or up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale, you can tell I've had my green tea. Inhale, lift the right leg high, thus the full body green. Exhale, step the right foot through. Inhale, bring the arms up. Warrior 2, exhale. Reverse warrior, inhale. Rainbow warrior, exhale. Half moon, inhale, launch off of that left foot. Exhale, bring that left foot around, catch the foot, the calf, the ankle. Inhale, right arm comes out to the side, stand up. So Tira Padagusasana B. Oh. Now in this, have you scooped your pelvis under and bent your right leg? It says straighten your right leg, stick your ass out, level through the sit bones. Now transferring back, pivot. So think chest is coming forwards, left toes point forwards, let go of the foot, navigating to half moon. Chaturanga, hands down, step back, bend the elbows. Cobra or upward dog, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Have a look at your hands. Pigeon, exhale, bring the left knee to the left wrist. Use your right toes to draw back a little, but don't go fully down. Push down into your left leg. So I've got my foot flexing so I can get a huge amount of push down through that leg. Take your right forearm down, left hand on the lower back, and turn your chest left. Let the head go with the torso, but soften through the neck. Continue the push down action through your left leg. So don't worry if you're not very deep into it. The twist is getting some interesting stuff happening around the left buttock muscles. Inhale, hands down. Exhale, press back into down dog for a quick change. Right leg is coming over. Flex that right foot. Do that push down, so almost as if you're trying to lift up like an Acme lever. Left forearm turns in. Right palm on the low back and sacrum. As you twist, make sure you're not leaning to the side. Send the right side of pelvis down and lean away from it. Inhale, lengthen the left ribs towards your right knee. Exhale, rotate right ribs up. Relax your neck. I've got my left toes tucked. It just helps me keep everything stable rather than rolling all over the shop. All right, now inhale, bring yourself back. Swing your left leg around. Now I really enjoy doing seated balance work at the end of a flow class. So I want you to use your hands on your shins to lift up so you feel like you are really lifted through your lower back, not rounded. Begin to lean back until you feel that you can get your feet off the floor. So you're not on your sit bones, you're just behind them. But if you roll onto your sacrum, you'll feel your lower back collapsing. Take a hold from the inside of the leg, but to the outside of the foot, and hold your feet open. So this is like an upright dead bug. Push into your feet. You'll have to kind of calculate the balance based on how much you're pressing. Lift up through your low spine and pull the arm bones down. Maybe working with the legs straight. So see how that feels? If you are, maybe you can widen them. So this one's a neat one. If you walk past my gate, there's a carved effigy just like this of me. And that is the gate. That's a lie. Don't come here. All right, now from where you are, see if you can make it more like dead bug. Round into your back and see if you can slowly, he says failing and going slowly, go back into dead bug. That was the most high octane part of the class. Press down to your pelvis, curl the head and shoulders up. So you're getting this sort of flexion in the spine as you press the pelvis down. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, release the legs, release the head down, and set up for Shavasana. If you've got any moves that you like to do beforehand, maybe hip circles, maybe oppositional circles, or both together, or knees to chest, then do those. Alternatively, lay down on the ground where you are, shoulders are down, and close your eyes. It's time for deep breathing to fall away. So your resting breath takes over. And at the end of Shavasana, I'll bring you around. Begin to deepen your breath. Breathe in a way that sets you up for the day ahead. Bringing back that whisper quality sound and that fullness that maybe the intensity of the class didn't fully allow for, but now you can. Take some movement into fingers and toes. Take a deep breath in and reach the arms overhead, getting long from fingers to toes. Exhale, bring your knees into your chest and wrap your arms around the legs. Maybe it's hands, maybe holding wrists, maybe holding elbows. Roll to your left. And then use your arms to bring yourself towards an upright position where you are. Once you're up, choose a comfortable seat. And bring the hands together. As you bring the hands together, press in through the index finger knuckles. Press the fingertips into one another, the heel of the hands. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bow forwards. Namaste.